Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He can run for it, and he will. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, if those at home were wondering if we were going to see some offense in this Super Bowl, I think your answer was right there. Incomplete, but they take a big shot early.
Like the script, if they get the big play early, so much the better. But if nothing else, they send a message. They're going to be aggressive in this game.
On second down, here's Fournette. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, Knight forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the Jags grab it. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big. That's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good run there, 8 yards. Gets him much closer to the end zone with 4th and goal looming. And Lambo will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Space to maneuver at the 40. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A big play there from McCaffrey. 59 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina, with the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 10-7. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Moore now on the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Flushed out right. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that'll make it 3rd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Throwing is Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The 13 yards that time of the first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Here we go. Gun, gun. Gun, gun, gun.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He got 29 yards that time. least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw on 2nd down. Knight. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Knight flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Carolina getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here we go.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. The shotgun snap for Newton. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Miles Jack in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. With it is Jackson. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. The pitch to Fournette. Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A handoff to Fournette. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Throwing on 1st down. Knight stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Back to throw. Knight. That is caught inside the 5. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now it's Newton. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Newton takes it himself. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
And while it's highly unusual for NFL teams to think about using their quarterback on key 3rd down runs, none of those teams, save one, has Cam Newton. He's unique, one of the biggest quarterbacks you'll ever see. Give him the ball. Let him pick it up.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Oh, now he bowls him over. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. To throw is Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go, Sarah. Come on, come on, come on.
Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Gano's kick is right through. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Jackson now to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On 1st and 10, Knight escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Fournette shrugs him off. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
"19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Newton. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. A final shot before the break. Newton. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down throw for Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now Cam, option left. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Well, anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Well, it's another field goal, his 3rd of the game. Maybe not exactly what you're looking for, but does bring him level now.
I like how you put that in there that brings him level, right? Because if you're talking about kicking, bringing that soccer analogy in, I love that one. I love that one a lot. You don't want to go for it on 4th down and come away with nothing, right? Go ahead and kick the ball. Make sure you get some points. Even if it's a safe call, I think it's the right call.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Knight dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Newton on 3rd down. This one complete to Devin Funchess. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And Gano's kick is right through. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and manage it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Ingram again, a first down carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run it again with Fournette. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Okay, it was 4th down, but you still had time here in the 4th quarter. Instead, they make the decision to go for it on their own side of the field, and this ball winds up getting intercepted.
He's to the 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this 2nd half. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. They're going to try and run the option right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Gano out to kick this one away. this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. On first down, Knight. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing on first down. Knight looking deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Malik Jackson there to make the stop. You know, I was going to ask if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Newton now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down. Not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, 65 yards. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On second down, McCaffrey. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. There's just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
That's it. It's all over. And the Carolina Panthers are your Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs. You see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.